Okay, great. We are live. Hello, everyone. Hi, good morning, everyone. From Ritesh Watts. I'm basically founder and RCIC at R Watts Immigration Services. Today, we have a great webinar which is based totally on the opportunities to study in Canada. And for that purpose, I have with me directly from the University of Algoma University, the representative Nisha Damwar. I welcome you, Nisha. Hope you
Thank
are
you
doing great.
so much. Thank you so much to you, Ritesh, and entire team of our What's Immigration team. So thank you to all the viewers and the students for joining us today on the session. And believe me, this session going to be very productive, very informative, and I'm sure you all loving it because my all the session would be very nice and very entertaining. I don't make bore other people, that's for sure. And thanks to the entire team of Wars Immigration for having us today, for organizing this. A wonderful platform, wonderful session for international students, those who are looking forward to go and study in Canada.
Right.
So
See, the
I'm
people
not
are
going to take too much of
joining.
time, Ritesh. Yeah, please go on.
People are joining. Students are joining, and they are too excited to have a direct. I always say to the people that it's always good to have an authentic information right from the authorities. And being from the university, you are the right person to whom students can connect and ask their queries. So I'm completely giving the podium to you. So yes, you can talk with the students directly, give your presentations. I'll say to the students, pack your seat belts, and be active because this is going to be a thrilling presentation. So it's to you, Nisha. Please go ahead.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's an honor to be a part of this wonderful session today. Thank you so much. But before the presentation, guys, I'm gonna show you one of the nicest video about our main campus, Susan Mary, Ontario. So we are from Algoma University. My name is Nisha Dharamwal, as Ritesh introduced myself. I'm from India, from Delhi basically, and I'm recruiting students from India, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bangladesh, and students from Canada also. So today we are on our What's Immigration platform on the Facebook Live page. We'll be going to more talk about the campus location, our academic programs, our career opportunities, a scholarship for international students, and more advantage that what we're going to offer you in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Thank you so much for your kind and attention. But quickly, I'm going to show you our one of the nicest video, our campus location, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, which is located in one of the beautiful province in northern Ontario, which is very close to US and Canada border. Uh,
Right.
Thank you so much. Is it on muted?
No, the voice was coming.
Is it coming?
Yeah. Can you restart that video? You have muted it yourself. Can you unmute that? I mean, on your system.
And those around us.
Yeah. Now the voice
This
is
is
coming.
what's
Perfect.
important, what's right. Here we can expect to meet those who think like you and those who bring something new. Here we are proudly unique. Here we honor heritage, voice ourselves, declare ourselves, accept challenges, build communities. Here we choose to be great with others who are great. Here we learn that transformation can lead to amazing things. Here, we and you can be all in. Algoma University. Come take a closer look. So that's our main campus. And
Hmm.
I'm sure you all enjoy this campus location, this beautiful campus we have. surrounded by beautiful Lake Superiors over there. So now we're gonna quickly start the presentation. So Algoma University is one of the oldest university in Canada, more than 20 years back, old university. We established in 1965, where we always talk about the campus location, the Algoma University history, our international students, what are the benefit, advantage we have. So we have a two campuses location. Our main campus located in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. That's what we can see on the map, which is located in one of the beautiful Canada province, Ontario. And another campus, we have a Brampton campus location. So if I talk about Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, it's located in Northern Ontario, one of the regional locations in Canada. And the greatest advantage of studying in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, because of the less population, almost 75,000 people capacity over there. Two institutes established in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. One is Algoma University. Another we have a Salt College. So Algoma University, almost 40,000 square feet is the campus we have, where we're providing amazing on-campus, amazing benefits. We have amazing research, practical labs, more than 100 plus programs for international students, as well as amazing career opportunities, and the very safest environment in very safest location in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. So if I talk about Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, we are very close to US and Canada border, hardly 20 minutes drive, very close to border city to the US, Michigan, and Chicago. And if I talk about Sault Ste. Marie to Brampton, via drive, we are almost 7 to 9 hours, but via flight, we are almost 1 hour 30 minutes. So we are not that far from Brampton to Sault Ste. Marie. It's just a 1 hour flight distance. If I talk about Brampton campus location, so Brampton campus, it's very, very newly campus we have, which was launched by last year on 2019, but we have expanded our Brampton campus. We're located in one of the beautiful location, one of the prime location we have, Greater Toronto, downtown the location we have. And the fact about studying in Brampton location, because in entire Brampton, we are the only one exclusive university. So there's no other competition, there's no other university access except Algoma University. So quickly coming back on the next slide. So we are talking about Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, why it is called as a Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, because there are so much to look after, to see around, to explore in Sault Ste. Ontario, because this campus is surrounded by a beautiful three lakes superior, surrounded by nature's forest, mountain. Because if you're studying in Brampton, Toronto, Mississauga, and Vancouver, not able to see what we are going to offer you in Sault Ste. Campus location. And if I talk about the environment, especially the fresh water, air, as well as population, it's very, very less as comparison to other cities. Even though if I talk about the advantage of studying in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, because it's a highly demanding, especially for new migrants, because we're inviting new migrants to get settled down over there. So that's the reason we call it as a Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Instead of we have to call it as a Sault Ste. Marie. We are very close to border city to the US, Michigan, and Chicago. So let's take whenever you want to go and enjoy your holidays, you want to go and easily touch down to US country, US border, you can hardly just go for 15 or 20 minutes drive, which is not that far from like India to US. You have to go all the way 24 hours flight. So that's one of the great advantage, because I've been to Canada, I've been to Sault Ste. Marie, but this is one of the something that I missed it, that I didn't go to US country, because I do have a valid visa, but I miss out of it. So that's one of the great advantage you have, that you can explore a lot in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. So that's what we call it as a so much we have in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. So coming back quickly on the next slide, so you can see on the slide that we surround by beautiful nature, mountain, Kyle Lake, Superiors, Sunset, Pelican Lake, and a lot of things we have in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Because I love nature, to be honest. That's the reason we recommend a lot of international students to go and explore in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, because Canada is second destination abroad for international student, because not as a tourist I can call, but as a student you have to explore a lot, that what kind of a destination we have, what kind of cities we have, what kind of things that we can explore. So I think that's the best advantage if you study in Northern Ontario, you can definitely enjoy these benefit having this international student accreditations. Coming back quickly on the next slide, so we are talking about Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario again. So I'll give you my example when I was in Canada like a few months back. So I understand one of the fact in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario that you don't really require the transportation because everything just a walking distance. Let's take if you want to go to Walmart, restaurants, medical shop, grocery shops, or a coffee shop. It's just a 5 to 10 minutes walking distance. So that means you're saving a lot of money being an international student because Canada it's quite huge, it's big, and you need to understand that small things it's really matter for you. So that's what we advise you if you're studying in student location. You don't really require the metro like buses over there. You can easily go via walking or you can easily go via bicycle. So that means you're saving a lot of money in terms of a local transportation. Let's take a $10 to $15 every day. So that's where you need to understand that what kind of a place and what kind of advantage do you have. Even though, let's take if you're working in any restaurants or medical shop or any grocery shop, so there are huge advantage for international student to capacity to you that you can work like part time over there, 20 hours per week during your study, and during your holidays you can work 40 hours per week. So let's take if you're working like part-time as an international students, so the initial wages comes around like 15 to 16 or $17. So that's one of the great advantage for you. Same like if you're studying in Brampton. I'm not saying it Brampton it's not a good place. It's one of the beautiful location we have, one of the nicest campus we have, but you need to understand the higher cost in Brampton, in Toronto, as compared to Sault Ste. Marie. Because Sault Ste. Marie, the everything like transportation, the food is very affordable. So that's what we recommend. We talk more about the Sault Ste. campus location. Coming back quickly on the next slide, so we're talking about this is one of our Brampton campus we have, located in Greater Toronto and downtown the campus location we have. That's one of the great advantage to study in Brampton because everything just a 1 or 2 minutes walking distance. Like if you want to go to bus stand, it's just out of the like campus we have a bus stand. That means you don't even tired to go like all the way to 10 to 15 or you need to have a cabs over there because when I've been to campus, Brampton campus location, I understand that campus is beautifully set up over there. But most of the advantage, the courses we are offering in Susan campus location. So let's take if I talk about Brampton campus location. Currently, we are offering you BBA programs, be in accounting, be in economics. We are providing you bachelor's of computer science and specialized in computer science programming, as well as we have a great programs in graduate certificate. We have a business, human resource management, information technology, and project management. So these are the courses we have in Brampton campus, but 70% majority courses we have in Susan campus, Ontario. Coming back quickly on the next slide, so we are talking about the diversity international student and what are the like benefits we have being an international student. So Algoma University have a more than 4,000 plus international students. So we have a 3 campuses. Especially, we are recruiting more international students in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, in Northern Ontario. Another campus, we have a Timmins, which is located in Northern Ontario again. And third campus, we have a Brampton. So mostly international students preferable to go in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, as well as in Brampton campus location. But the local students, as local Canadian students, they more prefer to go in all 3 campuses. That doesn't matter at all. So if I talk about diversity, we have a more than 1,600 plus undergrad students, those who are currently studying in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, as well as in Brampton campus location. Because as I said, Algoma University in main campus, we have a lot of great advantage and more benefits for international students. We have a 40% international student over the 50 different countries. So not only we have a student from India, but we have a student from Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bangladesh, Pakistan, student from South Korea, student from Latin America, Pakistan, student from Brazil, student from Iran, Iraq, and many more we have. So it's like more multicultural environment we have, a lot of great advantage, great community we have on campus. So if I talk about the class size, because that's something student always seeking for, always looking forward to, because they don't more prefer to go for regular 5 days classes. So Algoma University have a small class size where student can have one-to-one interaction with professor. So we have 20 to 25 student in one class size. It's not something that we have or 200 to 300 students we have. That's a great advantage. So especially students, those who are going forward for a business economics program like faculty, we have maximum 2 to 3 days classes we have. We don't run or 5 days classes. So that means we give a lot of time to our international students where they can work for assignment, they can work for project, they can work for part-time and full-time. A lot of great activities that we can offer to international students. Same like maximum class size, we have 75 to 100 students. Let's say if they want to go for any skill basics, learning programming, biology, information technology, computer science, computing, mobile software courses. So 70% we have a practical knowledge rather than we have a more into theory. So that's the reason we try to involve our international student more into theory rather than we have in practical or like we have a theory based programs. So we have a specialized in teaching like undergrad focus. So Algoma University, they don't offer diplomas program. They do have a great programs, 3 years bachelors and 4 years bachelors. So we have a like advanced courses. We have an honors program where student can qualify for co-op benefits. So that's one of the great advantage that student always looking forward to have internship, co-op benefits, and that's what Algoma University is offering because Algoma University is one of the public leading research university in Canada, and that's what we're going to talk about. What kind of a benefits we have for international students. So we do have a three intakes in a year, January, May, and September 2020. But we are still open for onshore students, those who are looking forward to go and study in Algoma University. We have a great partnership and pathway programs with like most of the colleges like George Brown, Seneca, Northern College, Centennial, many more. Even though Algoma University partnered with Laurentian University because we do provide full-time engineering program. First year students have to study in Algoma University and rest years they have to continue in Laurentian University. So this is what we have on-campus orientation. But unfortunately, due to COVID crisis, we're not able to see our international student on campus. But hopefully by next year on Jan 2021, we're going to see students on campus, hopefully. Coming back quickly on the next slide, so we're talking about Algoma University. Why is it better? Why is it different? Why we need to go and choose to go and study Algoma? So Algoma University giving you opportunity to interact with professor one-on-one. Because as I said earlier, we don't have a big class size like 2 to 300 students. Even though you can see on the left-hand side, he's a student from Bangladesh. He came all the way from Bangladesh to Canada and he chose to go and study in Algoma in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. He has studied here in BA in psychology and now he has studied his bachelor's in business and now he's working as a full-time professor. So Algoma University have an 85% employment rate. So that's what we're promising to our international students that we can offer you on-campus placements opportunity. So we believe in friendship, mentorship, because you need to understand that one of the great advantage that if you have a great relationship with your professor, because these are the only local Canadian who can help you, who can give you a lot of advantage, who can help you to give you a better education, learning experience, and who can really help you to go you further and help you on your reference on a job application. So that's the reason that we really encourage to our international students that you need to hold a great networks, great community. Because in Canada, because I know Ritesh, you in Canada since very very long time, and you know
Mhm.
that how international students looking forward to like they finding a lot of challenges, surviving, not having your full time jobs. So you student need to understand that they if they have a great networking, it's really beneficial for them that they can work in a multinational company, they can work there as an entrepreneur, they can work in IT sector company. And that's how we are encouraging our international students to have this great learning opportunity.
That's right, Nisha.
So
I believe in Canada, especially like the connection and the credential works together. If you have good connections and if you have good credential, that definitely gonna help you in your the settlement or in your career. And that's the best part of Algoma University. We are offering networking, the connections and the credential as well. That's exciting
absolutely,
to know.
because Because you're absolutely right, Ritesh. Because when I was in Canada, I've noticed students that who graduate from any like public or private colleges, and they have a mindset that we're not finding like easy permanent residency options. We're not getting a full time job. How you can get these benefits? Because you have a study permit. First, you need to complete your study. You need to have good grades, good academic records, everything, and you have a like Canadian work experience. Because
Right.
going Canada, it's a one-time opportunity for every international student, and that's what they need to explore. They need to learn, and they need to maintain the relationship with the local Canadian people. Because when I was in Canada, I understand. I have a lot of friends, relative, and knows, and I know that I'll be like easily settled down. I can easily find, but if I go as a like unknown, as a stranger, no one can help me. I'll be like
That's
totally
right.
blind. And that's what we need to encourage our students, that they need to have this great relationship, understanding with the professor.
That's right.
So
That's
we
right.
really, we
And
really improve. Yeah, go on.
yeah, before you move on, I want to request the students because they are putting the queries in comments. So I just want to tell them like you can put your profiles or comments in the comment section, and after the presentation, we're gonna answer everyone. That's right, Nisha?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
I totally agree with
Okay.
you. So we
Okay. Great.
really improve on your academic performance, because every student, they're not selling on the same boat. Every student, they don't have the same mentality, capacity to learning. But that's a great advantage that Algoma University have a different professor who speaks different languages. So we have a professor who speaks Hindi as well, who speaks Punjabi as well, especially in Brampton
Great.
campus. So let's say uh, I don't understand, because in big class size, sometimes students not able to understand what kind of a language we are speaking. So that's what we have a translator that we trying to like translate in Hindi as well, in Punjabi as well. So that's student having a lot of comfort zone, that being a university, these kind of flexibility we are offering to our international students. So, Algoma University have a great influence by recommendation on the job application references, because I'm sure Ritesh, you have a great idea about, because in Canada, it is very, very important to have a recommendations reference on chat, because if they
That's
don't
right.
have any recommendation, they might be have a lot of challenges for every international students.
That's right.
So that's how we are influencing, we are encouraging our international students, if they're looking forward to work on campus or off campus in Ontario. We really, really help you on your recommendation. It's not even in Canada, but of course in India, it is very important to have a networking. If you have a networking, you can easily balance your life. If you don't, it's really hard for you to get settled down everywhere. So coming back quickly on the next slide, so Algoma University, you can see on the slide that we have amazing programs, because we do not offer any diplomas, but we do have a great programs like 3 years and 4 year bachelors. So we have a like 3 years, 4 year bachelors like honors. We have a program. We have advanced learning courses. We have, so depend on student, because after 12, student have a great options. They have a great exposure that they can go and move forward to apply in any options after 12, whether they are from like arts background, commerce background, medical, non-medical, it doesn't matter. But Algoma University accepting any background student, who they are, what they are, we are still welcoming them. Because I'm sure, Ritesh, you have a great understanding, because in Canada since a very long time, that every university have a different requirement altogether, right? They need like
Right.
80 to 90 percentage to qualify for the scholarship. But Algoma University accepting any student from any background, any grades they have. Like if they have 50 to 55 also, they can get the admission in top university, in public university.
That's great.
So coming back quickly on the next slide, so these are the programs we have. Like students who are from like arts background, they have a we can offer them like English literature, geographic, music and arts program, political science. We don't require like 80 to 90 percentage. If students have 50 to 55 percentage in year 12, we are good to go to accept the application. Because recently we got like we got CBSE score like other boards as well results, but students finding a lot of challenges, especially in India. If they have 80 to 90 percentage cutoff, they can get the admission in top university. But that's not the reality in Canada. If students have a good percentage like 60 to 70, we can still accept the application, and we can still accept, and we can offer them a great scholarship and bursaries as well. So coming back quickly in the next slide, so Algoma University offering amazing programs and graduate certificate courses. So we do not have any master program because I'm sure most of the students have a great understanding about master program, because whomsoever university offering master's program like 2 years bachelor's, they require 16-year degree, right? 4 years bachelor's, they require 6.56 an inch. 2 years experience, GRE, GMAT, they require. But that's not the reality in Canada, and especially in Algoma University. A student who have 2 years bachelor's, those who have done diploma even after 12, they can still be a part of Algoma University and they can still apply in these graduate certificate courses. So Algoma University have amazing graduate certificate programs. We have a business, human resource management, computing information technology, mobile software program, environment science, and health science. So these are the 1 year programs we have. But Algoma University has launched two new programs, which is graduate certificate in project management and graduate certificate in human resource and business management. Most of the university and colleges offering you a 1 year program, which is graduate certificate in project management. But project management, it's very very highly demanding in Canada, and very amazing program, very selling program in Canada. But except Algoma University, I don't think so, none other university can offer you 2 year graduate certificate program. So these are the program offered in Brampton as well as in Susan Mary campus location. So this is very, very important part, especially for undergrad student, because as I mentioned earlier on the call, that Algoma University have a great, amazing opportunity, especially for international student. So you can see on my slide that we are providing undergrad research programming. Now, I'm sure student must be thinking that what is like exactly meant by research programming, because these are research programming must be applicable for PhD student or for master student. No, that's not the reality, because these undergrad research programming for 3 years and 4 year bachelor, those who are moving forward to go and studying in Algoma University, that means they can qualify to work on campus as a volunteer. And these are the volunteership we have the paid one. That means they can work on campus as an assistant, they can work as a researcher. And whenever they put on the resume that they have a research programming which is offered by Algoma, they can qualify to work in Ontario, maybe on campus anywhere. So that's one, like, because this is very unique programming we have, like mostly hardly any university can offer you. But I think this is a great opportunity for undergrad students we have, and these are the paid ones we have. It doesn't matter if student wants to go for paid and unpaid, but they can have this great Canadian work experience. Coming back quickly on the next slide, so we're talking about co-op benefits. So as I mentioned earlier, Algoma University have a great internship. We have a great programming undergrad research. So coming back quickly on the next slide, so we're talking about co-op benefits. So 70% we have a co-op courses undergrad, and these are the paid Canadian work experience we have. That means student can qualify for full-time 4 months, starting can work like 35 hours per week, and the minimum wages starting from comes around like $14 to $16, depending which program they're looking forward to. But 60% program we have in Algoma University, that what we are offering you, these are the 100% guaranteed co-ops we have, which is offered by Algoma University. Coming back quickly on the next slide. So if any student going forward like 3 years and 4 year program, they can qualify for 3 years study permit. If they're going forward for 1 year graduate certificate program, they can qualify for 1 year study permit. And if you're going forward for 2 year program, which is graduate certificate, any like 2 year human resource program or project management, you can qualify for 3 year study permit. That means if student going forward to study in Algoma University, any public research university, they can qualify for these wonderful Canadian degree, and they can have this great opportunity and having this great learning experience. Admissions, Ritesh, I'm going to talk a bit later, but I'm going to quickly
Hmm.
jump on scholarship right now. So
Right.
Algoma University offering amazing rewards scholarship for international students, those who are moving forward for like undergrad programs. So it doesn't matter, because for all three intakes we have all the great programs, but these are the scholarship only qualify for student those who are recently just 12 passed out. So if any student having 50 to 55 percentage, they can get the admission, but they cannot qualify for these bursaries and the scholarship. But if any student having 60 to 70 percentage in the year 12, they can qualify for $500 scholarship. If they have 60 to 70 percentage in the year 12, they can qualify for $1,000 scholarship. If they have 80 to 90 percentage in the year 12, they can qualify for $2,500 scholarship. If they have 90 and above percentage, they can qualify for $5,000 renewable scholarship. So let's take, if we have a total fees 20,000 Canadian dollar, right? They're paying the same amount of tuition fees what they're supposed to pay for any college 1 year or 2 year diploma, but they're having this Canadian degree. So they student need to understand the value of diploma and degree, and they are paying the same amount of tuition fees in top universities like Algoma University. So if students have a great score in the year 12, so the fees will be automatically deducted. That means they don't have to apply for the scholarship. It comes automatically on the offer letter. So that means a student having 19 above percentage, so the fees will be like $15,000. That is it for every year. That means a great advantage for every international student. But right now, for postgrad student, we are not offering any scholarship right now, but hopefully we are working on it. But if there is any update, we will definitely keep you posted. Uh, Coming back quickly on the next slide, so we are talking about how much normally it's going to be cost in Canada, because Canada it's very economical, very affordable country. It is not that expensive like other countries like Australia, maybe a UK or US, right? But I think Canada is one of the favorite destinations, especially for me and for every international student. But you need to understand that if you have a minimum like $20,000 for first year, you can easily balance life for in terms of for your accommodation, for your transportation, for your meals, and etc. But you need to have minimum $20,000 for first year. But just in case, because every student they don't have any family and friends over there in Canada, but some students they are very fresh. They are very like they feel like a stranger. But how Algoma University helping them? So you can see on the next slide that we are doing the comparison between on both the campuses location in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, and Brampton campus location, because you can see on the slide that Sault Ste. Marie is quite affordable as comparison to Brampton. So for one single private room, like one single bedroom, it normally starting cost right $400 to $800. That is it. But at the same time in Brampton, starting cost around like $1,000, like goes up to $2,000. But that's what students need to understand the cost comparison between in both the campus location, because Susan Mary Ontario, if you're going forward for uh, like any restaurants, for for transportation, for any accommodation like off campus, it is very affordable. But at the same time, Algoma University also offering you on campus accommodation, which is starting from $5,000 to $8,000. So that is per year. I'm talking about the cost, which is including your free Wi-Fi access, one single private room. You can get the access for kitchen. There's a person who can clean the room, who can do the laundry. Three times of meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, because they prepare all kind of cuisine, including the Indian cuisine as well as the affordable transportation. Because Algoma University, they have their own local transportation, local buses, where they can easily drop to our international student. That means they're saving a lot of money for the transportation. So starting from $5,000 to $8,000, it is great opportunity for every international student. Quickly coming back on the next slide. So this is one of my experience when I've been to Canada, when I've been to Brampton and Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Then I noticed a couple of things, as a local and tourist, that Brampton is slightly little high expensive. I'm sure, Ritesh, you must be aware
Yep.
about this, like comparison between, especially in Brampton, Mississauga, or Vancouver, or any part of Canada. It is little slightly like higher cost, but at the same time in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, it is great opportunity that you can save a lot of money in your transportation, your meal, as well as your accommodation also. So that's one of the great opportunity for international students. Before you start applying and studying in Canada, do a lot of research. Where you're going to study, which part of Canada you're going to study, which province you're going to study, and what is a better and faster PR option. Because Sault Ste. Marie is nominated for rural immigration pilot program. That means if student going forward to go and study in Susan Mary, Ontario, they can have a really faster permanent residency option. That means if once you graduate from Algoma University, they can straight away within 6 months they can apply for PR, and that's what student always looking forward to. So if you're looking forward to have a great opportunity, full-time work opportunity, I think Susan Mary, Ontario is a great option for you. On the next slide, so this is what our on-campus accommodation we have. So you can see on my left-hand side that one single private room, kitchen access, free bicycles. That's a great advantage if you want to go and roam around in Cecil location. You don't require the transportation, so that means you can use those bicycle in entire Cecil location. So that's what we are offering you on campus accommodation. A very safe, is very nice community we have, a great safe environment. We have like all the security for international students, so that was they don't have to really worry about the Susan, Ontario, as well as in Brampton campus location. So this is overall, we have a Brampton campus location, a great view, great location, very peaceful, great environment, a very great people who are very supportive for international student, a great support by Algoma faculty who are looking forward to go and seeking for jobs, on campus benefits. So these are the great advantage and great facility provided by Algoma University, and I'm sure students had a great time to explore and to know more about Algoma University in great presentation. I'm sure you all loving it, but if you have any question, feel free to drop a question on the comment section. But before I close this presentation now, I'm going to show you one of the quick nicest video about our current students, those who are currently studying in Brampton campus location, as well as in Susan Mary, Ontario. Just give me a minute. Why it is not working? I don't think so. It is finding it a challenge right now. But in the
That's okay.
meanwhile, if we can take some questions, but in the meanwhile, I'm going to
That's
start.
right. So I'm going through the comments and we can take the questions.
Yeah.
So we have okay, we have Darshil asking a question. So I'm showing the comments over here. So he is asking that Algoma University have master programs. I guess you have answered that, but if you can answer Darshil,
Yes.
especially about the master programs, because
So
they are not
no,
aware
Darshan,
about the graduate certificate. That's kind of equivalent to the master's, right? So can you please
absolutely,
put a light on that?
absolutely. Yes. So
Mhm.
graduate certificate courses, we have the same equivalence like for the master program. So Darshan, we do not have like masters like actual master degree, but we do have a great programs like a graduate certificate courses like where student can qualify to go for a 1 year or 2 year program where we don't require a lot of documentation, a lot of exams like GRE, GMAT, a 2 years experience, 6.5 and 6 and each. Algoma University have like the what you have noticed on the presentation, like a 1 year or 2 year program. So we have a business, we have a computing, IT, project management. These are the 1 year, and as well as we have a 2 year program. So we don't require 4 year bachelor's. If you have a 3 years bachelor's, we can still accept your application, and we require six overall, six in each. But if you don't have IELTS, you can still apply on the basis of uh, you can you can apply on the basis of conditional offer letter, that's for sure. So that's not a problem at all. So if you have like 50 to 55 percentage, we can get you the admission in project management, because in project management we required minimum 55 percentage. If you're going forward for business program, we required minimum 55 percentage, but we need mathematics either in your 12th or in your bachelor's. And other programs like human resource management, we required minimum 60 percentage. So these are the 1 year program we have, where you can finish your study within 8 months, and 4 months we have an internship, and where you can qualify for 1 year study permit, and you can straight away apply for your permanent residency. So that's one of the great advantage you have. So we have all three intakes: Jan, May, and September. It depends on you which intake you are looking forward to. Otherwise, the WATS immigration team is here. Ritesh is here to support you to submit your application, how we can process, or depend, I mean, like, which program are you looking forward to. So we are happy to accept your application. Just let us know what kind of a support, what kind of a details are you looking forward to.
Right. We have April from Michigan. She is, inspiring students for the campus location. I'm in Mary. So she's saying that so much to see and do in pencils of Michigan for sure. So I guess students should opt for the Mary campus, right? Because there's a lot of
Absolutely. So
opportunity.
that's great advantage. They want to go for adventure, they want to go for like Lake Superiors, they want to go and explore, because in India we do have a lot of great Himalayas, nature, Lake
Hmm.
Superiors, right? Same like in Canada, because student gets lot, they get busy on their study and the assignment for the job. But that's what students need to explore, what we are offering you in Susan Mary, Ontario. Not only study, but as a student life, as an international student, you need to explore what we are offering in Susan Mary, Ontario. I mean, on the weekend,
Hmm.
you can go explore, you can go to Michigan, Chicago, you can easily go to New York, you can easily go to like Lake Superiors, you can enjoy your holidays. I mean, students dying to go from Brampton to Susan Mary in Northern Ontario because they cannot experience these kind of a benefit. But I think, April,
Right.
thank you so much. Yeah, Susan Mary is one of the greatest campus we have, and I personally love this campus, to be honest.
Right. Right. So we have a comment. So she is excited about the Brampton campus and she has shared her profile. Let's see. Okay, Sanjeev. Can I apply for September intake now? 2013 pass out after that continuous work experience and overall 6.5 bands, no less than 6. So what do you have
Uh,
to say on this?
so no, Sanjeev, because September, I think we are late now because our class is going to be
Hmm.
start on 9th of September, and I can give you advantage that if you can apply for charity, it will be pretty great for you, because 7th August is a deadline for tuition deposit. So you don't have
Hmm.
really much time. An offer letter takes maximum 10 to 14 working days. So I'll not appreciate you to apply for September intake, but I really encourage you to go for Jan intakes.
Okay. All right. And we have Abhigyan asking for, can we know a little more about the postgrad program? I guess we have put a light on that, but still to explain him like the programs.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Algoma University have a great programs, like graduate certificate courses. They have a graduate
Hmm.
certificate in business, graduate certificate in human resource management, graduate certificate in computing, information technology. We have project management, health science, environment science. Many more courses we have. So the 2 year program we have only in graduate certificate in project management and graduate certificate in human resource management. But most of the programs we have like 1 year course duration where student can finish the study within 8 months, and 4 months they can qualify for the internship.
Right. And we have Aftab. He's asking, so does Algoma University offers any course in the area of history? I guess there was the main history mentioned in your slides, right?
What's that?
Programs.
I didn't think that. Yes, it is.
Does Algoma University offers any course in the
Yes,
area of
yes,
history?
history. They do have a BA in history. They do, but not to in post-grad graduate certificate. But we
Hmm.
do have in undergrad for sure. But that we are offering in Susan Mary, Ontario, not in Brampton campus.
Okay. So Sanjeet is asking another question for her friend. Have 6 overall, but 5.5 in 2 modules. Qualification is graduation. Is she eligible for Algoma University?
No, no, because Algoma University have a great success visa like ratio, because we have a ninety
Hmm.
percent visa success rate, and we, because if student wants to put their application under SDS, so we require
Hmm.
six overall, six in each, because Ritesh, with 5.5 band,
Right.
like it comes like non SDS category, and the
Hmm.
visa refusal chances are slightly higher. So we are not appreciating, because on campus we hardly have, even though for September 2020 we hardly have only one student those are enrolled for ESL program. So that's the reason we are not encouraging the student that they can apply for 5.5 band.
All right. And Abhigyan is asking, can you elaborate on the medical aid received by the students?
No, so medical in what? We don't have a medical programs.
Yeah, medical aid. I mean, he's asking. I guess we have the healthcare insurance for the students. So as
But that too we have in like postgrad. We don't have in undergrad.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, all right. So Elizabeth, she is asking how the payment done is on term wise or yearly, both for tuition and accommodation. So I guess
So yes,
mhm,
for accommodation or for tuition fees.
they're asking for both.
For tuition deposit, student have to make 1 year complete fees. It's clearly written on your offer letter that I mean because Ritesh, for ACS category it says like six
Mhm.
over 16 age you have to make
Right.
1 year tuition deposit, like 1 year completely GIC. So we encourage our student that they can make the deposit like 1 year completely. The more
Hmm.
chance is quite higher that you can justify to the immigration officer that you have a sufficient balance in your account,
That's right.
that you have to
Hmm.
pay like 1 year complete fees. That's what. Number two, for accommodation, like $8,000, it's like very, very affordable. If you
Hmm.
compare like Brampton, Waterloo, like Toronto, it's very, very affordable to live. So depends. I mean, like, so if you're really looking forward to have on campus accommodation, so you can like pay initially $5,000, but if you want to continue at the same time like next year, you can pay the additional charges. So that's what. But 5,000 is
Hmm.
the initial cost that you can plow everything, but we are good to go. That is not the problem at all.
Yeah, and I would like to add on this, like if to get the visa success, it could like they are paying 1 year tuition fee, and along with that, if they are not paying for the accommodation, they can go for GIC certificate, right? So
Absolutely.
that's one of the same thing. Like they are showing to the immigration authorities that they have like a means of funding their education in Canada, right?
But sometimes it's
So
good to have that student if they're really showing that they have accommodation they on campus. It will be like more benefit for students' application and visa
right,
success
right,
that they
and
have all the
especially like after COVID, the government is also looking for if you have the accommodation right away when you are landing. So it's a good way of having the on campus. Okay,
absolutely. I
so
totally agree.
Algoma University accepts Duolingo or needs to do IELTS? That's a question of
I
almost
better
every student
I
nowadays.
better prefer I better prefer to Sanjeev that apply for conditional offer letter. Do not go for
Hmm.
Duolingo because at the end you
Hmm.
have to looking forward to get this exam done for IELTS. So don't go for Duolingo as of now because recently CIC announced that they're not accepting Duolingo as a visa application, visa as an English
Hmm.
requirement. So I'll not recommend you to go for Duolingo, but I'd rather like more encourage you to go for IELTS.
Hmm. So I would be asking on behalf of students. So can we get the conditional offer letter without IELTS exam?
Of course, of course, of
Of
course,
course, we can
absolutely,
get that.
of course.
Right, right,
Student can
right.
apply for conditional offer letter. We can get it in. Like on the conditional offer letter, we can mention that the student have to repay the IELTS or English
Hmm.
level test or anything. Yeah.
Right, right. And I want you to put some light on the tuition guarantee program and the tuition refund. So it will be great for the students in India if they can know about that.
For tuition refund,
Yeah, I mean, there's a two-step process now that's been executed by the government authorities, like the approval in principle. So some of the students have doubt in their mind. So what would be done with our tuition fee if at the stage one we are being approved, but for the stage two we are not getting approved? So is their
so
tuition fee
to
secured in that case?
yeah, absolutely, Ritesh. So that's great advantages because students need to understand that they they're not stuck anyway. They are safe. They are in safe hand because Algoma University had done recently a few changes that so we have started doing this Head Start program. So let's take
Mhm.
a student who have submitted their visa application. They have to need to just submit the visa confirmation to the university. They can start taking the
Mhm.
online classes. That's for sure.
Mhm.
So let's take a student who had done 1 month or 2 months online classes or whatever, or just in case if the visa get refused. So we'll only deduct $300. That's it. Rest of the
Right.
amount will be in student's account. So that means
Mhm.
student safe hand. If student got visa, he's good to go. The travel is uplifted. Student can go travel to the Canada. They can on campus. But the great advantage, I recently had a chat with university, and they have already opened. Algoma University is open now for onshore student.
Mhm.
That's a great advantage. So that means student can go to campus, they can use the library, they can use all the necessary things, they can use gym access, everything. So Algoma University it's not locked, it's open now. So student wants to go to the campus, they can easily go. That's great advantage. So the refund policy says a student got visa refused, so we only deduct $300. That's it. And
That's
I
just the
got to know
admin
like
charges.
I
Mhm.
got to know like few university and colleges they might be deducting like $500,000 something,
Mhm.
and
Right.
student like finding a lot of challenges that no, we're not going to pay the tuition deposit. But if student got visa refused, 300 is the only and only deduction. That's it.
That's right.
That's
That's
it.
right. Because
But
people like students.
just in case, if student withdraw the application before visa submission, will deduct
Mhm.
$1,000 plus 300, 1,300. It's straight away on their
Sorry.
foot.
Yeah.
That's it.
Because many of students were afraid of starting classes online because they were not sure about their visas. And I believe like some of the agents or consultants in India are also promoting that they should not start the classes online. But it's a big advantage with Algoma University that they are in
Absolutely.
safe hands.
Absolutely,
So,
absolutely. So, student, they don't have to feel fear about that. That how are we going to do this online? Because trust me, online class is more beneficial right now because students
mhm,
saving a lot of money on the transportation, travel,
mhm.
GIC. Like almost $20,000 they are saving right now. But
That's
the
right.
moment travel restrictions open, student can go to Canada. They can enjoy the same
Mhm,
life, international life or international
mhm,
students' life. But they need to understand that situation is like little critical, very very like
mhm,
very sensitive. I mean, if we've been very rigid, no, we have to go to Canada, we have to travel,
mhm.
we'll be finding a lot of challenging and a lot of challenges for other people because this COVID influencing a lot of people. So
That's
take
right.
online classes because everything is set up on your student portal, your
Mhm.
assignment, orientation, your lectures, your classes, everything on your student portal, so they didn't have to find any challenges over there.
That's right. So for the new students who are listening to this program for the first time, I would like to say that they can start the classes online from India itself. They can have 1 year program done, and then after 1 year, they can come to Canada. So a total of 2 year or 3 year of program. I mean, half of the course in India without any accommodation expenses, without any travel expenses, and they still would be eligible for the work permit. That's an exciting opportunity. And
Yeah.
like from my side and from Algoma University, I would say Algoma University is there to hold their hand when they are in Canada, and even our Watch Immigration Services are putting their best efforts for their settlement in Canada. And together we can support students. I mean, a lot of facilities you have talked about, the Algoma University, like the job recommendation letter. I mean, that's very exciting. I know many students who have a great background from India, like the master's or graduation, good work experience, come to Canada, study over here, but just because the lack of reference, they're not able to settle over here, and
A
that's where Algoma
lack
University.
of networking somewhere because
That's right.
sometimes Ritesh student like overconfident, like that okay, we're going to Canada. The moment we are landing to Canada, we got the work
Hmm.
permit, we can get the
Hmm.
job, we can get the like permanent residency. No, you have to follow some ritual, you have to follow some policies. That's how you can hold the permanent residency because I know getting job, it might be easy, you can get the job within a week or 2 weeks. Sometimes you
Hmm.
cannot get the job within 2 to 3 months. But that's how you need to hold your networking relationship with the professor, how they can support you, get advantage. So you need to take all the advantage from the local Canadian people, like or like local professors over there. And that's what we
Hmm.
I always recommend to my international students.
Right. So that was great. We had a great session. Nisha, thank you so much for being with us. I guess our audience have enjoyed. They came to like they learned a lot directly from the university perspective, and they are excited. So the students who want to apply with Algoma University, I would request them to ping us, comment us. Our team will be reaching them, right, and we can help them getting admission in Algoma University and start their process right away. Anything else you want to talk to students, Nisha?
No, I'm good. Thank you so much, Ritesh. And thanks to the entire team for organizing this wonderful session, very precious session for me, especially because going to like any social media platform, it's one of great advantage for me, to talk about
Mhm,
myself, my experience,
mhm,
how I've been there, my Canada life, whatever it is. But that's something that I need to address my facts before you start applying and studying in Canada, any
mhm,
institute, university, colleges. Because sometimes students get overconfident. It's good to be overconfident, but you need to do a lot of research, your homework before you start applying. Because I don't want that student get influenced by other people. You need to do a lot of research. Otherwise, Ritesh is there to support you. He's one of our reputed and one of the good partner who's supporting Algoma University since very, very long time. So I really encourage to all the viewers and the students, if you're really looking forward to go and study in Algoma University, and if you think this information is very, very fruitful for you, please get in touch with Ritesh and the What's Immigration Consultant team. They will let you know, they will assist you, and they are happy to support you. And likewise, you.
That's great. So thank you so much again. Hopefully we're gonna like organize another event like this because students are
Absolutely.
loving it.
Looking
See
forward
the
to.
comments they are posting. Yeah.
Looking forward
Okay.
to, Ritesh.
For sure.
Appreciate.
Thank
Have
you.
a great day.
You too. Thank you, Nisha. Bye bye. Thank you,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.
All right. Thank you, guys. I guess we had a great session with Algoma University. So just to wind up the session, I would like to say that that's a great opportunity in Canada right now to start your studies. I mean, if you want to be a master student, if you want to be a student in Canada. The reason is post COVID that there would be a spike in number of students that would be accepted in Canada. So it's the right time, especially the tuition fee refund guarantee is there with Algoma University. And what I was more excited about, job recommendation letters by the university. So if you are a student, definitely in a new country, would love to be settled on a high profile, a good job, right? So you should always go to a institute which is ready to hold your hand through your education till your settlement. So with 85% of placement record and a great on-campus placement opportunities with tuition fee refund and everything, I guess Algoma University would be a great opportunity. And likewise, we have another campus in Brampton of Algoma University. So there's a lot of opportunity. You guys can discuss your profile, and everyone whosoever is watching, I would request them to please share this video because this is a lot of information for the prospective students. They can view the webinar again and they can get in touch with us so as they can get a right advice with the right person to get into the right career. So thank you guys. Stay in